pigeon peas, we are able to make dough. This is plain dough. This is oily. And there are varieties of pigeon pea. There's Maiwatu Halimi, there's Intawajuni, there's Namanjo. Maiwatu Halimi is the one which is recommended. It's the hybrid. Unfortunately, farmers prefer their usual Intawajuni because in this there are a lot of herbicides that you have to put. There's a lot that we've achieved with USADF. They gave us a grant in 2019 amounting to close to 167 million. From that money, we're able to have that factory constructed for us. It's state of the art, and we are also receiving machinery, which will be coming shortly. Our farmers have really benefited from USADF project. Thank you very much.
Welcome. I'm Kanyue Shawa. This is my colleague Zaina Kapachika. We are representing Bomfa Cooperative. We are based in Kasungu district. Our cooperative has 703 farmers. We focus on growing soya, sunflower, and maize. With USADF support, our focus mainly is on soya and sunflower. With sunflower, we make sunflower cooking oil, as you can see. This is 100% pure sunflower cooking oil. We sell to our community, and the byproduct of that is sunflower cake. So this is the raw cake, this is ground. We sell it to livestock farmers. So we use the whole value chain. Besides that, USADF also helped us with capacity building and trainings to manage our business. They helped us with equipment, as you can see. They helped us with buying oil expellers, tractor. So now our farmers use mechanization, and our production has really gone up because of that. Thank you. We can proceed to another cooperative.
Welcome to Greece Cooperative. My name is Python Nguira, and my colleague here is Irene Nkonja. Greece Cooperative is located at Nsalu, west of Lilongwe. It has 366 members, and out of these, 273 are women and 93 men. And we also have youth members. Out of the 366, we have 81. And out of 81 youth members, 64 are female youth and 17 male youth. Greece Cooperative focuses mainly on groundnuts, soybean, and maize. We are only producers and sellers, but we have not yet gone to value addition. In January 2021, Greece Cooperative was privileged to have the grant from United States Africa Development Foundation, valued at slightly over 74.2 million Malawi kwacha. With this grant, the cooperative has managed to procure a tractor, like behind here, and a lot of items that we have procured. And again, the grant has assisted the cooperative to undergo several trainings. For example, the financial management, as well as the revolving loan fund. And also the grant has assisted the cooperative to introduce a number of programs, one of which is the revolving loan fund, where members are able to access certified seeds with ease. And they also we have also introduced what we call the crop purchase fund program, where the cooperative is able to procure grain from its members. With this funding, under the revolving loan fund, we introduced with the 8.6 million. Currently, it has grown up to 11.4 million, increasing by 32.5%. And the CPF, which is Crop Purchase Fund Program, we started with 8 million Malawi kwacha, and currently it has gone up to 8.5 million, increasing by 6.3%. We are very grateful to USADF with this grant. Thank you very much.
ine ndine Favor Manuel Phiri amene ndili wa Buwa Rice Producers and Marketing Cooperative kumkhotakota. Ife mamembala athu tilipo 250. Timapanga mpunga ngati mmene mukuoneramo, komanso tili ndi chigayo cha mpunga komanso cha chimanga. Nde cooperative yathu idayamba chaka cha 2014 and kuchokera pamene popo kakapito kathu kanali kochepa. Titapempha ku boma la Malawi kudzera mwa USADF adatithandiza ndi ndalama yokwana 77,249,326 kwacha, imene tidayigawa kugulira mbewu komanso kumakongozana alimi kumagulira zipangizo za ulimi. Inayo tidagulira ma office equipments, inayonso tidagulira working tractor ngati iyoyo kuti alimi atha kumalima mofulumira. Ifako kamalima 2 hectares per day. Komanso loan iyo imatithandiza monga muonera mayi ndi mpunga uwu timakolola zochepa, koma panopa tikukolola zambiri pa 0.1. Komanso ndalama yomweyo idatithandiza kuti timangokonola sitimapanga packaging, idatithandiza packaging imeneyi kuti izioneka chonchi. Komanso china ndichakunena kuti timalima akamalo kochepa, koma panopa chifukwa cha grant iyi inatithandiza kuti tipange boost capital yo. Choncho tikuthokoza USADF kutithandiza kudzera ndi boma la Malawi pa zimene inatichitira ife anthu akumkhotakota.
Welcome. Welcome to Homes Industries. My name is Victoria Mwafulira. My colleague is Esther Lambi. We are from Homes Industries in Karonga. That's northern Malawi, the furthest north. We are in 3 value chains, not 3, but the value chains we see: the rice, the chilies, the peanut, which comes in peanut butter and peanut flour, as well as the honey. We are working with a network of over 8,000 smallholder farmers and have recently gotten the grant from USADF amounting to $100,000. It is going towards the refurbishment of the factory. It is going towards the capacity building, as well as the revolving fund to allow the farmers access to farm inputs. Among the things that we intend to do with the money that has been received is grow our export base. Currently, we are exporting to our neighbors in Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Zambia. And the biggest of our export was to Washington, D.C. for the Kilimanjaro rice. So the grant is servicing the rice value chain of the value chains that we have. With this, we expect to grow our exports by at least 3 times, because we did a 30-ton. So we expecting to triple our exports, as well as triple the production locally. At the end of it all, we want to service the community that we work with an ablution block, because sanitation is not the best of the things they have right now. And so with the profits made from all this work, we're investing in sanitation so that they're able to access decent sanitation for the whole community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Sangwani Mumbo, manager for Tikondane Women's, and this is my national chairperson for Tikondane Women's. Tikondane Women's is a women-owned and women-managed organization. It has 18 members. In 2018, Tikondane secured a grant worth $100,000 US. And it was through this grant support that we managed to develop this business of selling solar home systems. According to the agreement, which we were given a target of 841 solar home systems, And by today, we have sold about 2,000 solar home systems, which means more than 2,000 households have access to clean energy. In terms of profit, since the beginning of the project, we have managed to make a profit of $28,000, of which we have diversified it into capital, and we have also managed to procure this solar home system, which is Wow Solar 100, and we managed to procure 200 solar home systems worth $19,000. This grant has also helped us in terms of, we managed to conduct a solar home training for the women in solar home systems and marketing. It also helped us to recruit a manager and an accountant to run our daily activities of the office. Thank you.
Welcome to Ecogen Bench. So we are Ecogen, and my colleague here, she's Shekina Amadariso. So as she has already said, we are currently providing biogas systems. So as you can see from this picture, this is the biodigester. All right. So basically, it converts waste to clean energy, and also it gives mostly the farmers the biofertilizer. So we have recently we have recently received a grant of $204,000, and so mostly we are working with farmers, and we're expecting to give 200 farmers these biodigesters, and most of the farmers, they are usually women, so they will be able to cook with no charcoal and firewood, which is going to be one of the major impact in their lives. And also fertilizer, it's cheap and it's readily available. They can be able to it will increase the yield. As you can see, this is the liquid fertilizer, which usually comes from the biodigester. Yes. And also for cooking, it produces gas, as you can see. So this is the gas. No, it's okay. All right. And as you can see, the water is about to boil because of the gas. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So yes, this is Green Impact Technologies. It's a renewable energy company. Basically, it tries to solve a number of challenges that Malawians are facing. So for instance, we have a challenge of access to electricity. So with access to electricity, we're trying to distribute these solar home systems on pay-as-you-go, which allows households from the rural communities to be able to afford. They pay as they are using the systems. So apart from that, we are solving the issues of dependency on the land-fed agriculture. So with that, we are distributing these portable solar pumps on pay-as-you-go as well. So currently, we are working with the smallholder farmers who are in clusters, groups of smallholder farmers, so they pay as they are using those systems. So this also has boosted their businesses, because they are not only doing the farming for consumption, but they're also targeting to sell more, making more incomes, and be able to sort household activities. So apart from that, we're also looking at the cooling services. We have not left out those enterprises that are into perishable foods and beverages. So we are also distributing these portable refrigerators, which are powered by solar. So all these is through the help of United States African Development Foundation. Actually, we received the funding, capacity building funding, was it in 2019, $100,000, which supported us to distribute over 5,000 solar home systems by then. But to date, we can say we have distributed over 10,000 solar home systems to rural communities. So apart from that, it was in 2021 when we received an expansion grant worth $200,000. So it was part of like a matching grant, because we co-financed as the company to be able to upscale the business that we are doing today. Thank you so much to United States African Development Foundation.
Good afternoon. My name is Chiza Mhango. I'm managing director of Chiza Clothing Line. As she said, we are part of one of the guarantees for Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. but our business started in 2019. We are specialized in making custom-made outfits and uniforms, as you can see on the display. So we won the grant in 2021. It was $10,000. So through that money, we purchased this embroidery machine, which we are using to brand our bags, our uniforms, whatever we've been given as a contract. So before the grant, we were able to do everything, but the branding part was missing. And then after everything, we were taking them to other companies, which for us, it was losing a lot of money. And also, we were unable to do bigger contracts. So for example, we were given to make 100 of these. We could maybe supply other companies to work together. So we had 3 machines, but with the grant, we managed to buy 4 more sewing machines. So everything is done quicker, and also we have managed to add more employees. She is my colleague, sorry, I forgot to introduce her, but she's an intern. So we also work with Tiveta. They send us interns to work with us. She'll be staying for 6 months with us, and after that, more will come. So that's all about us. But really, USADF helped us through upscaling our business. Thank you. Yes, you are, sir. You're welcome.
So a very short video, about 5 minutes. Yeah.
The Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Simplex Chichola Banda MP, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Honorable Nancy Tembo MP, the Minister of Gender, Honorable Jean Sendeza MP, representative of the Minister of Trade and Industry, who is the PS, Mr. Joao, the Secretary of the Treasury, PS Agriculture, PS Gender, the Deputy Chief of Mission for the United States, Ms. Amy Diaz, the President of the the United States African Development Foundation, Mr. Travis Atkins, senior government officials, senior officials from the Embassy of the United States, all protocols observed, members of the press. My role this afternoon is to facilitate the signing ceremony. After the signing, there will be an exchange of the notes, and we'll humbly request the Minister of Finance as well as the President to exchange the notes. Now that the document, we can clap hands. Thank you so much. We have now renewed our partnership. At this point in time, I will humbly request the President of the United States Development Foundation to unpack what is in the document.
Greetings. Good afternoon. I want to extend a sincere thanks to several people who have made this day and this achievement possible. First, of course, our colleagues from the ministry, or excuse me, from the government of Malawi, with a specific acknowledgement, of course, to the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Trade, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Minister of Gender. Second, to thank our wonderful colleagues from the embassy, the U.S. Embassy here in Malawi. We're so excited to be here and be joined by DCM Diaz this morning in a show of support from the whole of government of the United States in our partnership with the government of Malawi. And third, and perhaps most importantly, in my day-to-day work, to thank our staff and colleagues from the U.S. African Development Foundation who are based here in Malawi, all of whom are sons and daughters of this great nation. Linda Jerry, of course, our country program coordinator, and our wonderful staff from Umodzi Consulting who are also here. And I want to give them a special acknowledgement because of all the grantees that you saw living in various places across Malawi. These are the individuals who found them, who supported them, who gave them the kinds of technical assistance that helped them produce the kind of results that you have seen demonstrated in their presentations, as well as the short documentary that we briefly watched. In terms of this particular partnership, we're so excited to be here to extend now our 15-year relationship, even 5 more years, bringing it up to 20 years at the end of this current renewal. This program is one in which we work together not for the people of Malawi, but with the people of Malawi in partnership. And one of the things that I should mention in terms of a whole of government approach, obviously USADF is only one among the sister agencies of the U.S. government that do this work, but many of the grantees that we serve are also beneficiaries of funding and support from the U.S. YALI program, which many of you would be familiar with. Also the AWE program, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs of the State Department. Also Power Africa, which was mentioned earlier. And so not only are we seeing ourselves as friends and allies of the people of Malawi, but certainly as friends and allies of the U.S. interagency, all working together in collaboration to help the people of Malawi to raise their standard of living. The last thing that I would say is that usually when I come out, there's so much thanks and praise given to myself and given to my staff, and that's why I've spent so much time turning the thanks back onto you, because all we do is provide you with an input, but you are the ones under the sun whose hands are in the dirt, whose back breaking labor is making many of these things happen, whose ingenious ideas are creating the kinds of changes that we see in this country, in agriculture, in agribusiness, in the renewable energy space, and for the support of youth and women entrepreneurs who we see as not only the present, but also the future of Africa. One of the things we like to say at USADF is that the African continent is the continent of now and the future. And we want to make sure that you understand that we view our relationship as an enduring partnership on behalf of the U.S. government towards the people of Malawi. Thank you so much for your time and assistance.
Thank you so much, President. At this point in time, let me humbly request the Deputy Chief of Mission, Ms. Amy Diaz, to make her statement.
Good afternoon, Moninonse. I'd first like to give a heartfelt thanks to my Malawian colleagues for being here today, Minister Tembo, Minister Sendeza, Minister Banda, and all of my colleagues throughout the Ministry of Finance and Trade and Agriculture that are here today. Thank you. We know how precious your time is, so I'm going to keep my remarks brief. The U.S. African Development Foundation, or USADF, is an independent U.S. government agency established by Congress to invest in African grassroots organizations, entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized enterprises. It is the only kind of agency that solely focuses on investment in Africa. And the work it does, as you can see at these booths, is quite unique and quite special. And as my good friend and colleague, Minister Tembo, said, these are the untold stories that we need to tell more. African small and medium enterprises provide an estimated 80% of jobs across the continent, representing an important driver of economic growth. Sub-Saharan Africa alone has 44 million micro, small, and medium enterprises, almost all of which at this point are micro. Our goal is to change that. For these businesses to grow, create more jobs, and generate economic growth, they need access to capital. USAIDF, through the US government, is the forefront of helping to close the development finance gap for the missing middle in Africa. We're targeting entrepreneurs and small and medium enterprises that are too large to be served by microfinance institutions and yet too small and may be perceived as too high at risk to be attractive to the formal banking sector. As you can see with all of these success stories behind us, this is exactly where we should be investing our money and where we want to continue our partnership with the Government of Malawi. Over the last 10 years alone, the US government, just in this program, has invested over $7.6 million, supporting 100 entrepreneurs and enterprises, and most importantly, directly impacting 95,000 Malawians. Overall, the US government this year will spend $400 million just in grants and financing to Malawi. And the reason we believe in this investment isn't just because of our enduring partnership with the people of Malawi or our special relationship, which we like to say is Pachabali, but it's because we believe Malawi is a great bet. We believe in this future and this country and these people, and we want to see more opportunity come that way. Agriculture here, as you know, accounts for more than 25% of Malawi's GDP, with over 80% of the population engaged in primary or secondary agricultural activities. Our partnership is strategic. We want to help build on food security and agricultural development across Malawi, which we know drives economic growth, benefits individual smallholders, farmers, agricultural groups, cooperatives, and these small and medium enterprises. Together, our partnership with the Government of Malawi has jointly awarded $5 million in grant funding, supporting 35 small-scale agribusinesses, farmer groups, and cooperatives. All progress under this partnership will further strengthen Malawi's ability to drive economic growth and help local small and medium enterprises. I want to congratulate all of our recipients in the back who have shared today their success stories. I want to echo Travis's remarks that we know that you have done the hard work in making this a success. We're honored to be your partners here, and we're honored to be partners with the Government of Malawi, and we stand with you and hope that this year we will really see the economic growth and promotion of opportunities that we know Malawi deserves and is working hard towards. Thank you again, and congratulations on achieving this partnership. America and di Malawi and di Pachibali, zikomo kwambiri.
Honorable Minister, the Deputy Chief of Mission, and all ministers, all protocols are observed. At this point in time, we have a complimentary remark from the representative of the Minister of Trade and Industry, P.S. Joao.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Simplex Chorabanda, MP, Honorable Jean Sendeza, Minister of Gender, Community Development, Honorable Nancy Tembo MP, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the President and CEO of USADF, Mr. Travis Atkins, the Ambassador to Malawi, Your Excellency David. Let me also recognize PS Gender, ST, PS Agriculture, and other representatives from the USADF, senior government officials here present, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to witness the signing of the MOU between Malawi government, that is ably represented by Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Simplex Chawabanda MP, and the USADF President, Mr. Travis Atkins. On behalf of the Minister of Trade and Industry, Honorable Sosten Gwengu MP, I would like to sincerely thank you for availing yourselves for this auspicious occasion. This MOU is an indication of continued and renewed relationship that has existed between the Government of Malawi and USADF since the first MOU was signed in 2008. Mr. President, your travel to Malawi for this signing ceremony is also an indication of your dedication, and your support is truly appreciated. The Minister of Trade and Industry is the main beneficiary of this MOU through the promotion of agriculture and development of agribusiness for small and medium enterprises in the Malawi project. And this project is implemented with co-financing from the government, Malawi government, and the USADF. Although most of the funding comes from USADF, allow me therefore to convey our sincere gratitude to USADF for the continued support you are providing to the SMEs and the cooperatives in Malawi. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of the project is to develop, grow, and scale Malawian enterprises and entrepreneurs to improve their livelihood and lives. And the project also aims at promoting the development of competence and profitability of small producer groups, cooperatives, and the small and medium enterprises, particularly those in production and in traditional exports. This project, therefore, resonates well with the Malawi vision as enriched in the Malawi 2063, particularly as it relates to industrialization. It is also in line with the National Export Strategy 2, which the Minister of Trade and Industry is implementing to increase Malawi's exports and diversify the export base by focusing on traditional exports. Ladies and gentlemen, the USADF and the Government of Malawi funded project has invested over $11 million as grants to over 68 SMEs and cooperatives in various value chains such as rice, tree crops, legumes, oilseeds, horticulture, and other sectors like renewable energy. Some of the notable recipients of this support include the Boa rice, I think which we already have demonstrated here. Boa rice cooperative that received about $9,000 to improve their rice production and marketing. Bonfa Cooperative Society obtained $99,000 to go towards sunflower production and soya production and purchase of an oil expander, as well as Green Impact Technology that received the $99,000 to procure solar home systems. These are just a few interventions that the project has made, but there are more similar stories from other beneficiaries. If such kind of projects are upscaled and sustained, I'm very much certain that the country will realize its industrialization dream and grow into an export-led economy that would bring the much required change to the life of the citizen. For this reason, the Minister of Trade and Industry will continue taking SMEs and the cooperatives development as its priority, since this is the starting point for industrialization and Malawi transformation into an export-led economy, as SMEs and cooperatives are producers, aggregators, and others are also adding value. But for the minister to achieve its priority, it requires concerted efforts from all relevant stakeholders to address all the needs of the sector. And that is why I extend my sincere gratitude once again on behalf of the Minister of Trade and Industry to USADF for your continued support through this project and other initiatives. Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Minister of Gender, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. President, I would like therefore to assure you of the Ministry's continued commitment and the full support towards this project. I thank you so much for your attention.
At this point in time, let me invite the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Honorable Simplex Chichwa Banda MP, to make his statement.
Good afternoon. What a happy moment. The Honorable Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Nase Tembo, Honorable Minister of Gender, Honorable Jean Sendeza, representative of Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry, PS Joao, and all PSs here present, including my own PS, ST Professor Bechan Cheren, Your Excellency the President of United States African Development Foundation, Mr. Travis, all protocols observed. I'm extremely delighted to preside over the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding for the promotion of agriculture development and development of agribusiness and small and medium-sized enterprises in Malawi. Allow me to state here that during the briefing, I didn't know the volume of how the USADF has actually impacted the SMEs in this country. And I was really very amazed that when I walked in, one of the first displays, is it Nandolo Association? Is actually one of the institutions that when I was in the civil society, I helped to capacitate. And it speaks in volumes because looking at how you've impacted the Malawi's economy since day one you came here, and your continued commitment to sign yet another MOU for yet another, is it 5 years? Yes, to 2028. This signifies the serious commitment that is there between USG through USADF and Malawi government. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the MOU which we have just signed is a renewal of our commitment towards promoting the development of small-holder agricultural producers, cooperatives, farmer groups, and small-scale agribusiness, including SMEs. And let me confess here, if it would be in other circles, I would say I'm declaring my interest. Because I think the bonfire, is it the bonfire? The bonfire comes from my own district. So when I listened to an eloquent presentation by the bonfire representative, then I remembered, oh, I come from Kasungu. This is a farming district. But one thing that I didn't know is that out of the 28 districts, you've also reached our women there. This is something that rings a bell to us as ministers. I overheard the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Gender saying, so I am also one of those that will come and pay you a visit to appreciate the work that you've done. Our main aim is to improve the living standards for the poor and marginalized populations in the country by providing them with grants that help create tangible benefits such as increasing number of jobs in our community. So since USADF has been there since 2008, and the Minister of Trade has actually indicated the volume of 11 million US dollars. On behalf of Malawi government and Minister of Finance, we would like to extend our profound gratitude to the President and the US government for your continued serious commitment towards providing financing. I was in trade, so I know how difficult it is to access financing in this country. But looking at the small scale and medium enterprises, each one of them never talked about the hardships they faced during the grants processing and application. And you hear the volumes, 100,000 US dollars. When we translate them, we are talking about 170 million plus. This will make a difference. Behind there, I requested. And graciously, you responded by saying, it is in your plans that you are going to increase the volume. I think we can clap hands for that. So apart from the 11 million they have already done, they are also thinking of increasing the volumes. One thing that has excited me more is that most of the SMEs that you have supported are into agribusiness. They are into agro-processing. One of the challenges that has hampered Malawi's economy is that we are exporting low. Time has come now that we need to add value and export the finished products. This is one way of expanding the export base, but also increase the foreign revenue. In extension, this is one of the injections that will make a difference in our economy. This, therefore, is one of many initiatives that would really make us proud. And I'm really happy to be here today. I was not meant to, when I see, make a long speech because I think much has been said. But allow me as I conclude that Deputy Ambassador take our message to Ambassador Young. Malawi and America and Bachibale, that's what he says. But I have told you during the briefing, the long symbiotic relationship that exists between Malawi and America. That not only did you impact our economy, you also impacted our politics, because the first president of this country, including the current, got their education in America, and we attribute every social and economic development to American kind of impact. So that is something that we're gonna not forget. Having said this, I would like to make mention that in the spirit of one Malawi, one people and one nation, I believe that USADF has come to make Malawi better and even better. Thank you for your attention.
At this point, if you are request Honorable Minister, allow me to invite our pastor to close the session, and thereafter we'll go into media interviews.
Let's bow our heads in prayer. Our Heavenly Father, once again we come before your throne. We are so thankful that we requested you to guide us as we are starting, and we have just seen that happening. We are so grateful, God, and we thank you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. I would say it's of critical importance to us, so much so that I'm making about a 3 or 4 day round trip to Malawi to be in country for only about 48 hours. And so for me personally, but also in terms of the commitment of President Biden and the U.S. government to Malawi. For us, of course, this is an enduring partnership that we have prioritized. Our agency is making a concerted effort to increase our investments, not only in Malawi, but also in the southern region of Africa writ large. And because during my tenure as president and CEO, I've essentially made partnership the #1 priority. And so any time that we're able to come together with symbol of partnership, but also with the substance of partnership, we want to do that on behalf of the U.S. government and on behalf of the U.S. African Development Foundation. So with that in mind, I would just close by saying I wouldn't have missed this opportunity for the world, and I'm so happy to have been hosted by my wonderful colleagues and counterparts. I'm always blown away by the great work. When I was inaugurated as president, the thing that I said was that I came in America from the everyday people. And so for me, my focus always is the everyday people. What I would say is that the people often considered to be by the world the little people, to me are the big people. And so whenever I come, the opportunity to engage with them, to hear their stories, to see what they have overcome, to look at the challenges that they faced, and then to see the trajectory that they've taken is immensely important to me. Another message that I would not want to leave without saying is that I think in many of our societies, we have an incorrect correlation between the size of something and its significance. And so when I hear small and medium enterprises, when I hear small grants, let's go back to some of our partners in the back and ask them if they think this is small, if they think this is insignificant, if they think that this hasn't had an impact. And so one of the core messages of my presidency is that it is not necessarily the size of a thing that makes it important. It is the way that it is targeted. It is the way that it is focused. It is the way that you engage with the right partners that creates the impact. It is not the size. And as we can see, what people have done with very little to turn it into a lot. And as I said to them in the beginning, I don't take the credit for that as the credit of USADF. It is the credit of their work that they have 5x, 10x'd any benefit or grant that they have received from us. So always impressed. They are our reason for being, and they are the primary reason that I'm here today, not only to visit them and to celebrate them, but to partner with the government so that we can help them more and more and more. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, this is a positive injection into our economy, more especially to the small, medium enterprises, because you've seen for yourself that USADF has actually supported capacitating the small-scale, medium enterprises with capital injection, but also equipment. Most of these are into agro-processing, value addition. I think that's an area that as a country we need to do more in order for us to expand the export base, but also to get the increased foreign earnings, so that now we get the much needed dollars. So as a minister, I'm more than happy to participate, but also to sign. The signing itself signifies the continued commitment by USADF and US government, but also that they are satisfied with the way we are managing their resources. I would like to take this opportunity as well to appeal to the recipients of the grant to use the funds for intended purposes, because we believe that if we continuously doing so with proper management, we are going to make a difference, and Malawi will be much more better.
How many are going to benefit from these funds?
There are quite a good number of those that are going to benefit from this, because my understanding is these are not the only recipients. There are many more recipients. These were just sampled out as success stories. to showcase what USADF is able to do. Therefore, I hope that in a multiplier effect way, Malawi in general is benefiting quite immensely from the grant. Mwina ndiyambire ponena kuti America ndi bwenzi lenileni la dziko la Malawi. Ndikubwera kwa USADF kudzatithandiza kwa alimi ang'onoang'ono ndi ochita mabizinesi ang'onoang'ono. Ndi chitsimikizo chachikulu choti ubale umenewu ukupita patsogolo. Thandizo limene lili lithandiza kwambiri dziko lino kuti tipite kujama value addition, kuti anthu amene apeza mwayi wa ndalama zimenezi ayambe kupanga zinthu zoti tikhoza kugulitsa mdziko muno kupeza ndalama, komanso kugulitsa ku dziko lakunja kupeza ndalama zija timati madolasi. Mwina nditengereponso mwayi onena pano kuti chimodzi mwa zinthu zimene ifeyo ngati dziko tikuyang'anira kwambiri za agro processing ndikuti dziko lino lifike pa mulengo woti katundu wathu amene tingapange atha kutha kuchita compete pa market yakunja ndikutibweretsera ndalama. Tiwapemphe anthu amene apeza nawo mwayi wa grant imeneyi kuti agwiritse ntchito bwino ndalamazi ndi cholinga choti magulu enanso amene ali ndi kufunafuna kupeza thandizo ngati limeneli nawonso adzachite mwayi opeza thandizo limeneli. Ndikotheka ndithu Malawi kukhala dziko labwino lotukuka pachuma ngati tagwiritsira ntchito bwino ndalama ngati zimene tapezazi. Mwina pomaliza tinene uthenga umenewu kuti akatinenere ku dziko la ku America kuti zimene achitazi ndi zimene ifeyo ngati dziko takhala tikuyembekezera, ndipo tinacho chikhulupiriro choti mmene tikupitirira ndi ubale umenewu nawonso akhala akupanga increase grant yawo kuti anthu ochuluka apeze nawo thandizo. Momwe angathere, koma ine ndikuganiza kuti anthu amene lero litaona munomo ndi anthu pang'ono chabe mwa anthu ambiri amene apeza thandizo ku USADF, komanso anthu ambiri amene akufuna kuti apeze thandizo limeneli, chifukwa access to financing ndi vuto lalikulu kwambiri mwa Africa osati ku Malawi kokha. Ndiye kukhala ndi mwayi woti iwo wabwera nkunena kuti tikhoza kuonjezera mulingo wa ndalama zoti tikupatseni, ifeyo tikadakonda kuti ulatachita times 2, because zimenezo zithandiza kuti anthu ambiri mdziko muno apeza thandizo ndi kuti so chuma chathu chikhala so much impacted.